Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about how you can plan in your Hobonichi weeks. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I really wanted to kind of get inspiration regarding what I was going to share with you all because I really want my video to kind of be helpful and just kind of share some information of how I've been using this planner. Everyone knows, if you've been on my channel, that my Hobonichi Weeks is like my Bible planner. It is a planner I will forever go back to. It is a planner that if nothing else works, I will purchase and just use because it is simply a staple and it's something that I can utilize and just kind of fit in any of my purses. And it's something that I could decorate or just keep plain. It really depends on how I feel, right? So upon opening up, I love kind of decorating the inside of my planner. I have basic things like stickers, a yearly overview calendar. I have one of my faves, a little pencil board, which is from Aristocats. And there are a little dots of little kind of like pen marks, but it's okay. I like make sure that she is looking as best as she could. So we're going to go ahead and jump into probably one of the most important functions of my Hobonichi Weeks, which is my monthlies. My monthlies are probably the most important part of my planner. This is where I track my bills, when bills are due, when paydays are, when appointments are, when days off are. Very important things that are happening during the month are noted in the bottom, and birthdays and when I make payments or have to order meds. This is all listed in my monthlies. Now, I did fall into the category of I need to make my planner look pretty. I need my planner to be aesthetically pleasing. I'm going to put washi tapes and stickers. Then I remove that out of my weekly. And then now I'm just like, using stickers in the beginning of the year. But I'm going to show you as I progress over that kind of like towards the summer, because I was enjoying my summer, I kind of stopped using stickers. And then I started kind of color coding last month, or this month actually. I'm not really color coding because I haven't gotten to that. I actually started color coding in November because this is holiday season. This is when we're gonna have like days off. We're gonna have election day. We're gonna have a week off, or partially a week off for like Thanksgiving, things like that. So I have all the important details listed on my planner. This is how I use my planner. I use my planner basically to track when I have a bill due, when I need to pay something, when I have an appointment. And then I could just easily look back on this and kind of see when all the appointments happen. I try to do my best to keep up with kind of like a yearly view of when the appointments were. But if not, luckily the online system that my doctor uses, or our medical group uses, they have a history of when we have appointments and things like that, which is great. So in the beginning of the year, I was very, very motivated to kind of like get everything on the weekly. I divided the week and I put like X's indicating if I accomplished something or didn't accomplish something. The main aspect of the day was written on the left side, and then my daily to-dos were written on this side. And then I also had like trackers, tasks, and then you know what? I started noticing that I was getting a little overwhelmed. Yes, this looks pretty, this looks nice, but at the end of the day, I was kind of, a little overwhelmed because I wanted to create this weekly, beautiful, aesthetically pleasing, very minimal planner. And what I noticed is that once time passes, I was enjoying my time, but at the same time, I noticed like I really don't need the habit trackers. I don't need a task list. I don't need, a sleeping tracker would be good because there are times that I sleep great and there's times that I don't, but I didn't keep that up, right? So as you can see here, again, main important appointments on the left, daily to-dos on the right, and then it would basically be my running task list, trackers, and things like that here. And then I said, you know what, like, let's make it even more simple. And you notice I started reducing the amount of stickers I was using. And then I just drew my line, main stuff on this side, and basically writing what I needed to do on this side. If I didn't need to do anything, I didn't write it because what's the point? Like, if I don't have anything major going on, I don't want to overwhelm myself by having to write trackers, by having to write tasks, by having to write notes. I think I was just overwhelming myself. And yes, like I said, although this is very beautiful, it is overwhelming, because there's times that I used to get kind of like a little anxious because I didn't have time to set my weeklies up. And then I would get anxious, and then that would cause like more anxiety with that. So I wanted to make sure I was giving myself a moment and time to really make sure that my system was functional. So at this point, this is when I started dividing here, write the line, and I don't have it zoomed in because I have appointments and things written down, so please bear with me. But my main focus of the day would always go on the left, and it's still that way. I color coded when there was an appointment for my mom and when there was an appointment for my son. And then I have a running task list here, where it's just basically writing a running list of things I needed to do, and I would mark it with an X, or I would draw a line to it. I mean, it really depends what I was feeling that week. It really depended on that. Again, main thing on the left, and just what I needed to do on the right for that specific day. And then a weekly writing task has been super, super helpful. There are times that I didn't write a weekly writing task because I just didn't want to. I didn't have the time, or I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to write an appointment and I'm going to write what I need to do. And that's that. For here, it's the same thing. Left, main purpose. And then the right is just kind of like the, a weekly task again. So, I love these stickers from, Hannah's shop. She did update her name, so I'm just going to kind of put it in the comments if I remember. But again, running tasks, stickers, just keeping it as simple as possible. You could tell there are weeks that I had a little more time. So when I had a little more time, I would decorate. If I don't have the time, I don't decorate. I am not stressing myself. So there are several ways that you can use this. You can definitely use your Hobonichi Weeks, where, let's see if I have another week, where you create an inbox, you have a habit tracker, right? You have a task list, you have a sleep tracker, you have notes, and then you have your meals here. And then I was keeping track of the weather. And then main important things here on the left, and then weekly to-dos here on the right. Towards the end of the year, I always get like, I'm already ready to go out of the planner. I'm ready to start a planner for the new year, and we all go through that, and it's fine. But I basically just, write my main to-dos here, write my daily to-dos on the right. And then sometimes if I don't have anything going on, I'm not going to write it, because you know why? I'm not going to stress myself. I have gotten to the point that I just want to make sure I have a planner where I can view what's happening during the month, and I could see what's going on during the week. And then if I do need to do tasks, then I will write it down. If it's nothing pertaining to something I need to accomplish, I'm not going to stress myself. So as you can see here, this is going to be the current week coming up. So this is the week that just passed, right? I forgot to put stickers here. It's okay. But as you can see, I keep it very simple. Like, I'm putting down literally when I get paid. And then I'm writing down like appointments, or I'm writing down certain events that are happening. And that is that. I'm not really going to the point of overwhelming myself. And there's times that, it's okay to do that. And then what I do is just basically plan ahead of time for the week. So this is this week coming up, right? This is the week after. My son has off that week, which is why it's highlighted green. Then there's Veterans Day. So I'm literally planning for the month ahead. And if you are starting in a new Hobonichi, this is where your new Hobonichi would begin, which is in November. One of my girls, Hobonichi Weeks, I always get her a planner. One of my stepdaughters. And so this is the one that she likes. This is the one she wanted. So I ended up getting this planner for her. And I'm really excited for her to use it. But as you can tell, and there's just something about the fresh smell of A Weeks. I just love the smell of it. I just really do. So it starts, November. So see, this is the same week that the new one would start. Now this is a mega because she wanted something where she could like kind of write notes. This is my regular weeks, and you could tell she's gotten a little chunky, and this is the mega. Okay, so that is that right there. That's the difference. and I cannot wait to give this to her. And I just have it away on the side. Now, what I did get for 2025 is basically the Sterling Inks planner, the 2025 Common Planner, because it is basically a weekly format, but wider layout. I'm so excited to really start in this. However, this one does not technically start in terms of monthlies till December. And then for the weeklies, let me just check. Let's see. The weeklies, it doesn't start till the last week of December. Now, what I think some of these planner companies are missing that are independently owned brands that are not like a Hobonichi or not like a Wonderland 222 is that they start literally in January. And if you're in competition with like a Hobonichi, right? Planners will buy this planner simply because it starts in November and they are itching to get into a new planner. This one does not start until December. So while everybody's setting up their Hobonichi Weeks, I'm still here waiting. But that's the only thing I will say. Like, this planner is absolutely stunning. I love the paper. I love that it's neutral. Hobonichi Weeks is pretty much neutral. There aren't any colored monthlies or anything like that, like the cousin or the original. So that's good. But again, this doesn't start till January. And for people who are like itching to start, you know, we have to wait. So this does start on the 30th of December. So, I mean, everyone usually has like that week off, I guess, to set up things. But I kind of want to start this already, but I haven't really had the opportunity because it's not starting till like the end of December. So a part of me is like, oh, I could set certain things up, but it's like I really want to get closer to the end of the year in order to start processing my goals, in order to start kind of writing down what I'm going to use each page for, which I already know pretty much more or less. Like, you know, this is going to be where I am going to hopefully just write down an index of what happened during the year. And then this is going to be anything, you know, major that happened in my family and household. That's what this is going to be used for. It's not going to be used for anything else. I know people like tracking goals or putting trackers here. I don't want to do that. I just want to put like basically, you know, when appointments were, when checkups were, things like that, because I can view it just really quickly on that. This is going to be my, you know, billing and when payments are due, when appointments are, just like the same thing with Hobonichi Weeks. So that is that one. So yes, you can definitely basically use your Hobonichi Weeks. However, now there was one suggestion that I had someone or I gave someone, and basically they were like, oh, I don't know what to use with my planner because I'm not really using it. And I'm like, well, if you're someone who likes reading books, then you would definitely, you know, be someone who can write like, you know, chapter 1 through 2. Let's say you read on a Wednesday. Let's say you only read chapter 3 on Thursday. And then you write the title of the book that you're reading and you keep track of it daily that way. So it gives you something to track if you're not really using your planner. It's one idea. But this is how I use my Hobonichi Weeks. Everybody else is going to be very different or similar. And you can decorate it as much as you want, or you can put trackers in it, you can put tasks in it, or you can keep it very plain Jane, very simple, and just keep a running list of tasks that you need to accomplish weekly. It really is your choice. I think some people get really overwhelmed because they want to kind of follow a certain aesthetic. You don't always have to do that. You can completely do whatever it is you want to do. So I really hope this video helped. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next time, bye-bye.